What's up, everybody? We are the Four Bros.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chad.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Terry.
And today we're going to tell you how we feel about
Bird Box.
Alright, so Bird Box. This movie has generated a whole lot of hype.
A whole lot.
And
extra.
once you see it, I mean, it's up to you, but I just don't think it lived up to all the hype. Now, I'm not going to say it's a terrible movie, though. I think it was a decent performance by Sandra Bullock. You know, she kind of been out of it for a while. I think the last movie I saw her in was Ocean's 8, which that was awful. And but I feel like this, I think it was a solid performance by her. And I think overall it was a decent thriller and everything like that. But let's get more into some details about it. One thing that I did.
Well, the premise of the movie is, so there's this thing that is causing people to go crazy, lose their mind, either kill themselves or kill other people, whatever, and nobody knows what it is. So all these people are trying to cover their eyes and hide from it.
Yeah,
so they don't. The effects won't take place on them. What you think the good for you about the whole, just from it?
The good, I think it was suspenseful enough to keep me engaged. It was suspenseful enough that I kept watching it, and I wanted to see what happened in the end because I wanted to see what was going on, what they were seeing that was giving them the stank eye. You know, whatever it was, the eyes turning to doo-doo, and I guess they were seeing some bullish, but it made them want to kill themselves, and I wanted to see this thing. The one peak that we did get was the drawings.
Yeah.
They had a scene where the drawings were on the table, and there was some creepy drawings and everything like that, but I'm kind of like, you know, I wanted it to kind of be on some signs where they actually showed the alien. Like, in signs, I didn't expect them to show anything, but they actually showed it. It was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, it was really aliens, you know?
Favorite part,
but they never showed it. They just showed the drawings. I think the suspense and the way they carried that was done well, but I feel like in the end, it just kind of...
Yeah. It was the good part of the movie to me. Again, like he said, it had you on edge because you were hoping for that moment to see it.
Yeah.
You were hoping for that moment that it would, you would at least see a hand of it grab you like, gotcha, type of thing, you know what I'm saying? But nothing ever kind of developed. But that interest is really what kind of kept me looking at it until the end, right? So if I would have knew the end at the beginning, I wouldn't have watched it. But it was, but that's the point, you know, to draw you into the movie. And so it had your attention. It's a good suspenseful movie. If nobody tells you about what's happening in the movie, you know, you just have this level of expectation of, man, about to see some bloody heads, about to see some this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And all of that super expectation is all it does. It kind of pulls you that way throughout the whole movie. Like, it's happening now. You don't know what it is, but you're like, oh, it's about to happen. Oh, it's going down. Oh, wait, it's not going down. Type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good movie, but I don't know. I would not spend another hour and some change, 2 hours, whatever, watching it again.
Everything.
Yeah, like Terry said, you know what I mean. I don't know, man. It was an okay movie. It had me into it, you know. But I'm like that about movies. I got to know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
If you start, you must finish.
Yeah, and I just don't. I don't know, man. Like Bird Box. You know what I'm saying? The name of it was stupid to me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I understand like they had the birds in the box, the birds were helping them out or whatever. You know what I mean? But nah, it should have been named something to see no evil or something like that. You know? Because I feel like that's
what it was about.
Was really what it was about. You can't see nothing. You have to walk around blind or whatever, you know. Or maybe
I think the name was to draw that interest, like because it kind of was. Yeah. It was a minute part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like one of them where you will see a song that's titled something like, you know, why. But they never really even ask the question why to maybe the last word. You're like, why? You know what I'm saying? And it does that through the whole thing where you got this bird box. The bird make noise when it's the thing around, but the thing don't run from the bird or nothing. Now, it ain't protecting you, but you already blind.
So you around the corner, yo. You around the corner, yo. Come, chirp.
I think another good thing was when that guy came from the insane asylum, wherever he came from, because I thought it was normal. Like he fooled me. I thought, okay, he was just another survivor, just like the big girl.
Creepy. Why was his eyes not like theirs?
Because later on when you see, they start talking about how. Well, I think this is something you got to kind of catch. He explained where he came from and the people he was with. It was in not an insane asylum, but a mental institution or something like that. So it was already something wrong with their minds. So the conclusion I draw is it doesn't affect people that are already crazy.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So whether you're suicidal or you're just crazy, it can't manipulate your mind because your mind is already out of whack, and it makes sane people go crazy and kill themselves. Yeah. So if you're not crazy already and you're not blind already,
or bird,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Any animal. No animals went crazy.
But one more thing, I think just how that part was played, how they brought him into the house and everything, I thought it was a good twist because they had to get some meat in the movie somehow, and I think he brought that element. The other guy, the owner of the house, or one of the guys that was overseeing the house, I cannot think of this guy's name, but he hated everybody that came in and stuff like that. Bald-headed guy.
Malkovich.
John Malkovich. Yeah. He ended up being right about that guy.
Yep.
But he was such a-hole the whole time that you was just like, man, get him out of here.
He gonna say that about anybody.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say something. If I had a face like John Malkovich's, I'd be upset about it. Get out of here! You look better than me. You ain't ugly enough. I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I want the bullets.
But that's, I think also they make you look at him like an enemy, but then in the end, he was right. And I remember that scene where him and Sandra Bullock were talking, and he was like, I'm always right. Or he's like, I'm never wrong. One of those things, but, he ended up being right about that guy that they let in. And it was the other girl that they let in, the heavyset girl that was pregnant, that let the crazy guy in. So I think that whole twist, I think that, I was mad at that part too.
Let her in here.
Yeah. But
always that person. We ain't even supposed to let you in here, man.
You
ain't got the right to let people in.
Yeah, she just disregarded protocol and everything. She didn't say nothing to nobody. She was just like everybody else that came in. They had the gun on the door and stuff like that.
I was out there.
She just like, I'm letting this guy in. You know what I mean?
The movie had you into it, because it was like little certain scenes that it was like, oh, wait a minute, okay, somebody, you know what I mean? And little certain scenes that like, at the very beginning, okay, that goes with the bad though, but yeah, at the very beginning, because I wanted to say something about, it's just, the movie went kind of too fast, all of a sudden the thing was over here, and now it's in the United States just like that.
Yeah.
It was the same day, god dang, you know what I mean? It was the same exact day. Or whatever, but I didn't understand that part. But it was those scenes. What is one a couple parts particularly when it was like, when she had to make the decision of which kid was going to look. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh Lord, that's, you think about it. I'm like, wow, that's a hard. I know that's not your child. You know what I'm saying? That's your child, but still though, you know what I'm saying? You can't. I feel like she made the right decision. Nah, we're just gonna go with it. If something happens, whatever, we all going down. You know what I mean? But that was crazy right there. But then with the other case was with letting people in the house, and then the big girl, her coming to the door where they didn't have to let her in, but they did though. You know what I'm saying? That was like those all right moments. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, oh, is she crazy? You know what I'm saying? Was she not crazy? Because they got you, they brung her in. But then they brought the other guy in.
And he seemed normal.
But then boom, I knew something was up with him too.
You gotta look at this guy. Come on, show the babies. He's like, give me your baby. All this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I knew something was gonna be up with him, man. But that part, them going down the river the whole time, when they kept switching back and forth. I kind of like that when they do that in movies, So what happened was,
John Malkovich is ugly.
all the people in this house, the big girl, she was pregnant. Sandra Bullock was pregnant the whole time, And so the day that they having this baby, she happened to have her baby on the same day as the chick they let in the house had a baby. And then it's the same day that the crazy chick or the big chick let the crazy dude in the house or whatever, And
He said big chick like chick says chick a seed.
Hey, it's a big chick, baby.
The local delicious sandwich.
Yes, you should get really good some of this. Everybody died that day except Sandra Bullock, the newborn babies, and the black guy. You know what I'm saying? That was in the house. And so I guess they packed up and whatever, and 5 years had went past. And then they came up to that scene or whatever, you know, about her and with the two kids. The two kids were like older or whatever. And their names
rock,
was
paper, scissors,
boy
boy,
and girl.
Boy, girl, boy, what are you doing here, boy?
So these beings are not physical. So what's gonna happen if it catch you?
Nothing.
Like they running away from it and stuff like that. But I feel like it's just gonna talk louder to you. You know what I mean?
It
Like
was leaves blowing up and stuff.
It was a mystic fart that was threatening you. Like, hey guys, look at me.
So
That's
it's
Mr. Reese. Look at me. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt if you open your eyes. Oh no. Mr. Reese. Mr. Reese, look at me. That's what it was. It was a Macy's.
Stupid, yeah.
It was a
somebody
freaking
open the
Macy's.
BC's box. They opened the BC's box.
Macy's box and it came, man.
Crap. That's what.
That's what it was.
That's what gonna be the title of the sequel. I'm Mr. Macy's. Look at me.
The movie should have been called Mr. Macy's. Oh boy.
And die.
Right, but it's like that was kind of my thing. There's no imminent threat if you don't look at it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go from a whisper to a conversation to me just yelling in your ear, like, look at me, you know?
So it can actually talk.
Yeah.
The whispers will talk.
Well, I guess it was talking in your head, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was all
It has to be in your head.
yeah.
So maybe
but you only get affected by it if you look at it, and then your eye turn into doo-doo, and
Oh man.
you just
Face takes
like the one lady, she seen it, she just started stabbing herself in the neck with some
this hurts.
scissors.
One lady just sat in a burning car and was like
Oh yeah, she
Let
said,
me get in
She
here.
just got in, she was like,
This ain't fire.
toasty.
screaming nothing. She
Yeah,
was just
she
sitting there
just sat there and took it.
and burned up. It was old boy wife, matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bald headed
Yeah.
guy.
I mean, but looking back, I mean, hindsight, I guess it was real kind of good. Like one of the points that you brought up with the different high points with the people coming in the door. You're like, oh, what's gonna happen with
That's
them?
what
The
what
people
kept me
inside.
like, oh man, like you can say it was like, you know, it was like it had that really good suspense thing going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess so for me, I guess the last thing that just kind of bad about it was just that
Not knowing what the
the end
was.
of it never, like, are they in a safe haven? Maybe they were setting up for Bird Box 2 or something like
Yeah,
that.
it could be a
where
Bird
they
Box
go
2.
into the little safe haven where the breath obviously don't come, you know, in this blind haven covered with leaves and whatnot. But I don't understand why I couldn't go in the house. Why was inside of the house so...
So you can take a
Sacred.
blindfold off in the house?
Yeah, everybody in the house.
They cover
And
over
if it's
it.
not tangible, why can't it just go through the wall? Why can't it come in through a sink chimney?
I didn't understand that neither, Terry.
It's like,
You couldn't look at it, but it couldn't enter. I ain't know.
so it had to be. It had to be something.
If
It had
you
to
was
be
looking at a
something.
video camera
Right.
or whatever,
It
it
can
can
get you.
It can get you.
So
Just
you-
like you looking through a video camera.
So
That's
it
how
was
I
an
got on the
online
Chinese guy.
virus. Somebody hacked the web. It's like, look, don't view this because it's actually the movie. What's the movie where the girl had a twisted face? The horror movie.
Oh, I know what you're
Come
talking
through the mirror.
about. Yeah.
Pop like drop stop.
Oh, snap! She dancing on us. Damn. Now you.
The
Ring.
Yep, that's what it
It
was.
was a viral video of the ring. That's what it was. And you don't turn it on because if you do, it's gonna twist your face off. And then you're gonna get it.
Well, that's
Find a
good
nice
point,
toasty
man.
car.
It had to have-
It couldn't.
Well,
It
he
couldn't
says
come in the
that.
house.
But he said it was a
It
thing.
couldn't come in anything, basically.
Right,
It couldn't
it
come
was-
in your vehicle. It couldn't come in the house. Like
It was all
I
right.
didn't understand that
Well,
because
prohibited it.
it was invisible.
It obviously had to
So
not
why
be
couldn't it
visible.
come through the house?
It couldn't. It had to not be invisible because it had a shadow.
Word.
And
What
the
shadow
guy,
did it have?
and the guy
You're
drew a
right.
picture.
It did show a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
shadow.
And he drew a picture of
It's,
it.
it's just a dark presence, you know what I mean? So it's like
So why couldn't the dark presence
it
come
just
through the
come
house?
through the house? It should have been able
It
to.
was the
Why
Grim
couldn't
Reaper.
they-
Y'all didn't figure this out. I didn't see the movie. It's the Grim Reaper.
Exactly.
Oh, man. Don't watch the movie. It's all about not seeing the Grim Reaper because you can't see death, but you're the first person to know that you're dead. It's the Grim Reaper.
Wow.
Or Mr. Meeseeks.
Meeseeks.
So how would you?
Our cousin had a good name for it. She said, "What did she say? That it was a spirit
of
A suicide.
suicide. Exactly, the spirit of suicide.
Sounds like the Reaper to me.
Whatever, but same thing, you know what I'm saying? And that does make a good, you know what I mean, point or whatever, you know, the spirit of suicide. I can see that, you know, but it was still like, I just hate movies that don't tell you exactly
It was a Grim Reaper.
what it was.
He sounded like he was out of
You know,
breath the
they
whole
didn't get
time.
they didn't get into no research, and then like
Maybe they was pushing.
what
that
about
point.
the rest of the world? What's going on? They gotta make a part 2, man.
Right.
Now I want to see now, like what's what happened
Like
now.
you said, maybe they was trying to make a point with the whole, you know, people. Again, like you made the point that the people who had mental problems or mental illness to a degree was not affected, and it was like people like you need to see this. So it's almost like, hey, people who have depression issues, people who have psychological issues, it almost was like, hey, I want you to see
This is what I'm-
what I'm dealing
What
with.
I'm dealing with.
This is what's happening, and it's
But you
basically
call
kind
me
of saying,
crazy.
but we're the rest of the world. We're blind
To
to
it, right.
what
dealing
issues
with.
people with depression, suicidal thoughts, things like that are dealing with, and we just put our blinders on and act like it's not even happening. You know? And they're really like, hey, look and see. Listen, this is
What I'm
what I'm dealing with. It's a real thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because right now,
Drop knowledge on him, son.
boom, here it is.
Drop
Knowledge
knowledge.
dropping.
Drop.
Boom!
Like right now, till now, it really was never a thing that people would talk about mental illness or you get fired from your
Right,
job.
right,
Any
right,
type of thing that would say that your mind was messed up, blah, blah, blah. They'll ask these questions
Done.
and they'll be like, oh, you out of here.
Get him outta here.
And so just like that illness or that mindset that people have, people like, I don't want to have
Deal
nothing
with
to do
it.
with it.
Ain't
I don't
no
want to
fool.
see it.
Turn
You
blind eye
crazy.
to it. Yeah.
And we even call the people crazy people who saw it and wasn't affected by it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
You never know. They're right.
Knowledge.
I believe people do make movies just to be like trying to like,
underlying
say
message
something. Yeah, it's
and make
a
some
message
type
that
of-
a blind message. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really believe people be doing that, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Some things you can't
And you might
come
just
out
be right
directly
to
and
about
say,
that. Yeah, because you can't come out directly and
because
say
people will
it.
get,
You know.
you get backlash. Me too.
Yeah.
So my opinions kind of changed on Bird Box just through this little interview with these guys. It was kind of a good movie. I still don't like how it ended,
Nah,
but
I don't
again,
like how
that
they-
could still be a setup for
Yep.
Bird Box 2,
Yeah.
which could be
Meeseeks.
coming to a Netflix near you.
I'm not done yet.
This is the first movie that I've seen that was not a theater box movie that was hyped up.
Smashing, yeah, it was crushing.
Yeah, you're right about that,
And
man.
people was like, let's go see it. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
It's
it
on
was like,
Netflix.
it's on Netflix.
You
Like,
gotta
what?
go
I ain't
see
gotta
it.
go to spend $60 to see it.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, I
It
just
was
didn't understand, you know what I mean, like why did they hype it up so much?
The
Yeah.
buzz around. It
You
was
know what I
it's
mean?
something very different though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It ain't
maybe.
the norm. It's just
Gore.
It's like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's like everybody's so used to gory violence and all this intense stuff. But for somebody to just put a movie out there that kind of just tap into your mental a little more
Yeah, it make you
and
think.
keep you thinking about stuff.
And with Sandra
you know what I
Bullock
mean?
in it too, you know what I mean? That kind of made it like, if she don't do, I ain't never seen her do nothing like no low budget type film.
Right, I mean,
you know
she
what I'm
used to
saying?
be
For
a
her to
really
be
big
doing
star,
like
so-
something on Netflix, huh?
Yeah, no, so she used to be a really big star. So it's
Exactly.
like she got drawing power and whatnot, and I think she did well in this movie.
I think
Yeah, her acting in this movie was pretty decent.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was fair. You know, at the beginning I didn't like her.
No.
What did she do to her? I think she doing that Botox stuff to her lips now.
She
or whatever,
old,
man.
son, man.
What's the your final scores on?
I'm gonna give Bird Box. You know, now we sitting here talking about it and everything. I think I have to give it at least at least a 7, man. I don't want to say 8 or 9, at least a 7. Because I was into it. I was drawing. I wanted, you know, I had to go to the store. So I'm like, Tiffany, pause, bend that with me, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I was into it. I wanted to see what was gonna happen next. So yeah,
I'm
and
gonna.
I love
give it-
movies like that when I'm like, you know, I'm drawn into it.
I didn't watch it yet, so I'll be back.
I do a 7.5. I'm with you. It was good in there, but you never know, like what's to come or why it was the way it was. Maybe it was intentional. This stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of it was intentional. So it was good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7 also. And I think that's the good thing about it's like when you start talking about it, like we kind of discovered more about it that we never really thought about until we started discussing it. So that brought out, that brought out better things in the movie that I didn't even catch the first time watching it. It made me, like if I did watch it again, which I probably won't, but if I did, I would pay more attention to some of those little things and see how it kind of connect. So that's how we feel about Bird Box. This is the Forest channel, but it can be for you too. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and please leave a comment because we would love to hear from you guys. And if there's anything you'd like to see us do a video on or discuss, just let us know. And we look forward to seeing what you guys think of everything. We are the Four Bros.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chad.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Terry.
And we out.
Peace.
Cowabunga.
This is the Forest channel, but it can be for you also. So if you would
Go ahead and subscribe to our video. That would be totally awesome.
So that was our 3.
How we did.
So that's how we feel about
Stop.
This is the channel.
This is the Forest channel.
This is the channel.
This is the channel.
We created
We created for us.
We're going to write this stuff down.
But it can be there. So that's
2, 1. We are the Four Bros.
You whoop.
You are